Jack had always been called a child prodigy, but to everyone's shock, he was cast out of his own family. All because, during his initiation ceremony at the age of 10, he didn't receive a blessing from the gods. What nobody realized was that the reason he didn't get a blessing wasn't because he lacked power, but because his strength was already far beyond what any god could bestow. Jack held the power to command everything in existence, even the strongest evil dragon in the world. He could take it down with a single strike. After being expelled from his home, Jack just wanted to live a quiet, hidden life, but on his way out, he ran into his former fiancée, Lucy, who was under attack by monsters. Right as Lucy was about to be overwhelmed, Jack rushed in. She stared at him in confusion. Shouldn't he still be in the capital? What was he doing in this remote place? Jack didn't bother answering. He had no time. He noticed every single monster carried a cursed box, and if those weren't destroyed, more and more of them would keep spawning. So Jack drew his sword, and unleashed his divine sword power. When the battle was over, Lucy looked at her wounded bodyguard with grief. She herself was badly injured, on the brink of death, but Jack healed her wounds with ease, and even restored her torn clothes in the process. It was the power of his divine healing light. Lucy and her guards were stunned. They had never even heard of a power that could heal. When they later learned Jack had been expelled from his family, they were even more shocked, and once they heard the reason, Lucy suspected that Jack's missing blessing was actually a 6th tier blessing, something so rare. Most priests could only detect up to the 5th tier. That was why he'd been dismissed as a failure. Lucy wanted her guards to report to the capital, to have Jack brought back into his family, but Jack refused. After all, the moment they thought he had no power, his own family had abandoned him. Why should he return? Not long after, the group traveled together, and reached a border village, which happened to be Lucy's destination. Before leaving, Lucy had received a prophecy. The hero would soon face a trial she couldn't overcome. That was why Lucy had come here. At that moment, the hero, Annie, appeared. She told them an evil dragon had crossed the mountains, and the terrified villagers had already offered up a little girl as a sacrifice. Led by Annie, they rushed to the dragon's lair. As soon as she saw the beast, Annie charged forward with an attack, but to her horror, her blow didn't even scratch it. The dragon laughed, mocking her weakness. Furious, Annie unleashed her ultimate move, but again, no damage. Before she could react, the dragon's tail slammed into her, sending her flying. It was about to finish her off, when Jack stepped forward, and with one slash, he cut off its wing. The dragon roared and lunged at him, but it was no match. Shocked, the dragon couldn't believe it. No one had ever broken through its ultimate defense. Jack didn't bother explaining. He only said, "Maybe it's because your strength is nowhere near mine." The dragon scoffed, "Impossible." It was the closest thing to a god in existence. But Jack already knew the truth. Through his eye of omniscience, he had measured the dragon's power, which far exceeded what humans could ever reach. And yet before Jack, it was nothing at all.